you want to become a magician, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alakazam Unlimited. Alakazam Unlimited is literally the Netflix for magicians. You learn loads of tricks on there and they are so good. Let me show you exactly what you learn. On Alakazam Unlimited, you learn tricks for beginners. Check this out. Tricks that if you've never done a magic trick before, it's not a problem because they are so easy to perform. We teach you card tricks on there, but not card tricks that you would have seen your granddad or your uncle perform. I'm talking professional level card tricks. We're going to teach you coin tricks. So if you're down the pub and your mate hands you some change, you can do tricks with their coins. Not only that, we also teach you how to read minds. Mind reading has blown people away forever, and you can harness that power. Build confidence. Magic is great for building confidence, whether you're 5 or 105. Magic is the perfect confidence builder. It gets you out around people having fun. It could even be a new career. You never know that. It's a great side hustle as well. If you perform at events, weddings, corporate events, or just at your local restaurant, you can get extra money for performing magic. You can even impress your grandkids. So many people come into the shop and they want to be that magic granddad. They want to have that extra something, a little bit of time they can spend with their grandkids or their children. Magic is the perfect hobby for that, and we teach you tricks that are great for that. Also, win free drinks. Honestly, I've lost count the amount of free drinks I've won just from being able to do a couple of tricks. Not only that, the great thing of Unlimited is get off, you can cancel anytime, there you go. You haven't got to sign up for like a year, anything like that. You can cancel anytime. It's a monthly contract. Not only that, 7-day free trial. And the price of it, drum roll please, £4.99 per month. Less than £5 a month, you get access to over 200 magic tricks taught by professional magicians, okay? Unreal magic tricks of all skill levels, of all abilities. You can cancel any times. It's £4.99 a month, and like I said, there's tricks on there for every single one of you. So if you want to become a magician, if you want to learn one trick, if you want to just impress your friends, your colleagues, your pub mates, check out Alakazam Unlimited right now, alakazam.co.uk, or click the link below. You will not regret it, trust me. It'll be the best £5 a month you ever spent. It's literally less than a pint. Unbelievable.
Hi guys, and welcome to today's Alakazam Live. I'm joined by always by my co-host, the amazing Mr. Wayne Goodman. You all right?
Got a bit of a view of the table today, Pete. Got a bit of a view of the table.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened there.
So I know it looks all right. It shows that it's not.
It's a bit messy. I'll be honest.
It's a working table, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've just looked at my table. It's just loads of wires. I've got 2 monitors. I've got my camera. I've got a spotlight, and it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is where we control. For anyone who wants to know, this is where all your messages come from. There's a great one there by our good friend Tom Rolfe. I'll just send that now. So that's going there. Over here is the mixing desk for the audio, which means when you tell me I forgot to turn my mic on, I just reach over and push a button. So that's good. There's the computer. So
and then what's that behind you?
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about those little hidden gems.
Lovely little Easter eggs there, aren't they?
So there.
And 2 days after Christmas, the Easter eggs go on the shelves at the shops, don't they? So
do you know what? Me and Jenny were in a shop the other day and they already had Easter cards, and this was about a month ago.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's tradition.
Yeah. So guys, just to let you all know as well, Loki, which is up there, have just come back into stock. We sold out straight away. Within 24 hours, I think we sold out, just over 24 hours. So they're back in. We're making them up as we speak. You might be very sort of eagle-eyed and spot 2 releases that are coming next month on the shelves behind me. So that's good. And for those of you that are looking for a little special Black Friday thing, obviously our sale is currently on, our Black Friday sale. But on Friday, throughout the day, we are going to be dropping some mega deals. All right. Now, the way these work is we have got very limited items of, very limited numbers of each item. that we're going to put on at a crazy low price. Now, what's going to happen is people that have our app will have first dibs at it, because we will be going live throughout the day and we're going to let you know before anyone else. If, let's say we've got 10 of an item and 5 people pick it up on the app, then we will promote it on the site. We'll promote the other 5. But if you're on the app, you're going to have the chance to pick up one of these things before anyone else. So make sure you download the app.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting day on Friday.
It's going to be a busy one.
Yeah, I'm working all day that day on the chat. I'm literally not leaving my chair. I'm just going to be there covering the chat. So if anybody's got any issues or needs to know anything, I'll be there answering questions as they come in.
Nice.
Yeah, I've blocked out the whole day for it because I know it's just going to be chaos. Really, Black Friday, I know it's not really something that's normally done over here. It has been. It's kind of picked up in the last few years. But it is kind of like the unofficial start of the holiday period, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, all the Christmas shows start after that, and then yeah, it's well into the swing of it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's it. It's Black Friday, and then we're straight on to crazy old Christmas.
And it's bonkers to think we're literally just around the corner from Blackpool.
Yeah.
I mean, that will come very, very quickly. I remember last year, we hit Christmas, we hit New Year, and you think, right, okay, I've got 6 weeks to make sure I've got everything ready and what we're doing, etc. And then, bang, you're in the car driving up there.
Yeah. Yeah. The years, I mean, the older you get, the quicker the years go. I mean, it certainly doesn't seem a year ago that we had the last online Christmas party, or, you know, almost a year ago we were at Blackpool with our new releases. It just comes round so quick. We're already working on our Blackpool releases. We've got a few of them in the bag already. And others we're just waiting on bits of filming and everything else to be done. But yeah, it's just scary how quickly the years are going.
Yeah. I've always said since my daughter started school, I noticed that time disappears, because you're running on term time. You know, all of a sudden, 2 minutes after they start back at school, they're on holiday again, and then it's Christmas, and so the last 16 years for me have flown by with Charlie. It's hard to believe that she's in her last year at school. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy.
It's secondary school just seemed to go so quick. It's you know, primary seemed to take its time, but secondary went very quick.
The longest part of primary school for me was sitting through some of those Christmas plays.
Oh, I loved all that.
My daughter always had, Charlie always had like a little part in it. So you're sitting there waiting for your Charlie to come out. No, come on, she's going to be great. I've heard this line 800 times practiced, and then she comes on and she barely makes a whisper, and then yeah, bless her. No, it was good.
I'll tell you what, Harry's last play in primary school was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Nice.
And he was Wonka, right? And it was so funny because he came out and he was so timid when he came out on stage. And literally within 10 minutes after he said something and had got a laugh, oh my God, there was no shutting him up. You know, when you just see someone that's literally trying to steal every scene.
Nice.
It was very funny to watch. So, guys, just want to talk to you as well about Christmas, because obviously Christmas is coming up. And if you are wondering what to put on your Christmas list, remember we have got the Alakazam gift cards. We've got the digital gift cards, which are available starting at £5, I believe. Or we have the physical gift cards. These are sort of little credit card, plastic cards that you can carry with you. and they start from £25. But the great thing is about the gift card, obviously, is if you want magic throughout the year, or you don't know what to ask people to get you, but you'd like some magic, if you get the gift cards, they last a whole year, so you can spend them any time throughout the year. And obviously it keeps a running balance as well, so you can partially spend what you've got on there, and it will keep a balance for you.
Also, very quickly, just say, if you're looking for presents for somebody, you know, maybe a child or an adult, or somebody who wants to get into magic, then you should definitely check out the Amazing Magic range, because there's loads of great beginners tricks suitable for kids and adults, and they're just brilliant, and they're great, make ideal little Christmas presents or stocking fillers. Or if you've got somebody you know you work with who's got, like, takes an interest whenever you do a trick, it's a great little thing you can get for them and say, here, why don't you learn this? It's a nice little trick for you to learn. They're all really, really simple, really good little effects. You know, there's no rubbish effects in there. They're all really, really good. And some of them are a lot easier, some of them a lot harder. Not harder necessarily, but take a little bit more practice. So yeah, definitely check out the Amazing Magic range.
Right, so there's a couple of questions coming in about the sale. So let's answer this one first. This one from Gary. The app offers, if an item pops up on the app, can we still order it from the main site? Yes, you can, but you got to be quick.
Can I just quickly add on to that? Yeah, if it pops up on the ad, you have to get it through the site anyway, really.
Yeah.
But it might not be advertised on the site as clearly as it is on the app.
Yeah.
So when something comes up on an app, you're getting the first dibs at it.
Well, the thing is, when we do the live, it actually comes up while we're doing the live, so you can literally just click that button.
Right.
So on Friday, if you put an item that's on sale in the cart, will it hold it? No, it won't. So Eric, place your order. If it's something you want, place your order. And then what we'll do is we will collate all the orders together. So if you've ended up paying shipping on 4 orders, we will refund any excess shipping. So if you've ordered one product and then another one, and that's put you into free shipping, we'll refund all your shipping. So we'll make sure we do that, because we know a lot of you will want to order multiples. But if you put it in your cart, it's not going to reserve it or anything for you. So if we sell out, it will just vanish from your cart. So if you want something, take advantage of it while you can. And there's going to be some really good deals coming up as well. Danny Ragg said, a big shout out to Wayne for his guidance on the Amazing Magic range.
Oh yeah, Danny wanted to get something for his, I think it's his goddaughter. So yeah, we had a little chat about it at Newmarket. Yeah.
There's a question here with regards to Loki. Is the best outcome shown in the trailers, or looks every performance the same? So one of the outcomes is on the trailer. So there are, I don't know, there's not different, the outcome's always the same. There's one key that opens the lock and 2 that don't. Your process of getting there varies slightly, but the outcome's always the same. The outcome is the key that you prove they've chosen to open it is the one that opens it. So it's not always going to be the first key, but the routine will look the same to the spectator. Like, you know, they're still going to have the impact of somehow they've managed to find the key, or you've predicted, you know, the key that they found. But yeah. But put it this way, I will say this, and I think I said it on launch night. I showed this to someone that we all know, everyone on this chat is going to know, very well respected magician, who had a trick out recently that uses exactly the same method, and it fooled him badly. And it's the uncut keys. They do it. They screw with your head. They really do. Talking about that, why don't we take a look at a trailer? For
Let's
those
do
that
that.
don't know what we're talking about. So let's take a look. This is Loki, I think.
Everyone is searching for that organic piece of magic with a killer kicker ending. Let me introduce you to Loki. Has anyone got a ring on them that I could borrow? Like a banded ring as well, like a complete ring. Can you thread it onto the padlock? And can you clamp the padlock shut? So we're going to try and experiment. I think you're going to work best for this actually, is that alright? Yeah. I'm going to give you some of the keys. You're going to mix them behind your back, alright? So take these behind your back. With Loki, you gain the power to manipulate your audience's actions under seemingly random and fair conditions. Now in a moment, when I tap you on the shoulder, you're going to stop mixing them and separate them so that one key's in this hand. Does that kind of make sense, yeah? Now, we separate them so there's one here, yeah? Now's your chance. If you want to make one final switch, you can do it. Don't tell... No, you don't want to. You're like, stop bullying me, Adam. I want to stay with this key. Pass me this key. Yeah, it's all right. Can you take the key? Yeah. Now, you're going to keep those behind your back for now. Did you feel influenced? And did you switch one more time? Mm-hmm. So glad you did. Can you take the key and can you open the lock? Just be careful, they just spring open. Okay. Okay, and that's the thing, right? Okay. Now the thing is, right, the logical thinkers amongst us might start to think that all the keys are cut the same. Yeah. But these keys can't open any lock. These aren't even cut, Philip. Those keys can't open this lock. Those keys can't open any lock. Have a look at those keys behind your back. These are completely blank keys. You swapped one more time. Your face now.
You had them in your
That's where you fell. That's where you fell at the hurdle.
They felt like normal keys in my hand, to be honest with you.
Loki is as ingenious as it is baffling, and everything can be examined afterwards. Imagine this, you borrow a finger ring and lock it onto an industrial padlock. Your participant mixes some keys behind their back, and every single time they make every decision and find the one key that opens the lock. Inevitably, they probably think that the other two keys can also open the lock, but when they look, with no switches, no trickery involved, the other keys aren't even cut. Has anyone got a ring on them?
Yes.
Right.
Which
Is it whatever's the most expensive, Emma? I'm going to be honest.
They're not, none of them.
No.
You actually will do this one.
Do any of them have sentimental meaning on them?
Yes, you even got me this in mine.
Okay, well in that case then, can you thread it onto the padlock? And can you clamp the padlock shut? Good luck. So that is on there. Could you just check that that's on there as well?
Yeah.
Now I do have some keys, all right? One of the keys will open the lock, all right? Now Emma, we said about using your intuition, all right? Here's what's going to happen. Are you right-handed? Oh, are you right-handed?
Yes.
Can you take, can you take these in your right hand, take them behind your back, and start mixing all the keys between the two hands. So in a moment, I'm going to tap you on the shoulder. And when I do, I don't want you to feel like I'm influencing you, but that's the moment that you separate the keys so that only one key is in this hand. You'll leave the other two over there. Does that make sense? Okay, keep mixing. You're not going to bring your hands out, but get into that position now. Okay, now is your final chance, if you want to make one more switch. Okay, you can if you want, it's up to you. Okay, good stuff. Pass me this key. Yeah, it's alright. Can you take the key?
Yeah.
Now, you keep those behind your back for now. Did you feel influenced? And did you switch one more time? Mm-hmm. So glad you did. Can you take the key and can you open the lock? Just be careful, they just spring open.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the thing, right? Now, the logical thinkers amongst us will start to think maybe he's had all the keys cut the same. You know, so you think. But the thing is, those keys can't open this lock. Those keys can't open any lock. Have a look at those keys behind your back. These are completely blank keys. You swapped one more time. Your face now. And this brain's just imploding. My name is Adam Dadswell, and this is Loki.
So that's it. That is Loki. Wayne is just putting up a little link on our Facebook chat because Adam is watching. Hi, Adam. And Adam has got a free download for all the Alaka fam. So Wayne's going to be putting up a link in this chat in a moment.
Yeah, it's taking me a few seconds to find it. Bear with me.
Okie dokes. Someone here, I think that's Olzin, said, do I have to wait for Loki to arrive to activate my download? Not at all. If you jump on the live chat and give us your order number that you ordered Loki on, we can give you the download code. Yeah, so guys, if you've got any questions about anything you would like to ask, let me know. If you are a member of Unlimited, Jamie sorted out a special thing where a new trick will be going live in December almost every day. And we have got the Leo Schmetzers. We recorded it earlier this year. It was a lecture. That's going live and unlimited on Christmas Day, I believe. So a little Christmas treat for you.
Nice. I've just posted it up into the chat, so if you click it, it should come up on the screen. Everyone can see it.
I have not got it. It hasn't come through. Oh, here we go. There we go. So, guys, I'm going to leave this on the screen just for a few seconds.
If you do miss it, you can always, after the show has finished, you can go back and watch again and just take it to this part here, and you can just copy it down. But yeah, thank you, Adam, for that. That's very kind.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. So that's a free gift for all the Alaka fam.
Nice.
Anthony says, what dates are the December releases? I'm not sure yet, but there is a new release coming out this Friday. It's a download, but it's not one trick. It's a whole project with the legend that is Craig Petty. So it's a good full-length project. And on Black Friday, it is going to be half price.
Nice.
So you will be able to pick up Craig's brand new project as a download.
And obviously, being Craig, it's going to come with like one routine on it or half an hour instructional
video. Do you know what? I believe it's something like 4 hours plus. And the good thing is, I mean, it's got a certain name. It's named after a prop, okay? But the routines that he teaches you within, even if the prop weren't your style, you don't have to use the prop. The routines are all solid with or without it, but the prop is something that he brings into it. So yeah, it's whether you like the prop or not, but I think most people do. But whether you do or not, it makes no difference to the quality of the routines on the download. But that's going to be released on Black Friday, and it's half price. Nice. For a very limited time.
We've got some very nice releases coming in December, haven't we? So yeah, there's some very exciting things coming out in December.
Yeah, we have. Well, Andy put, does Alakazam get a Christmas release by Craig? Well, as I said, there's one on Friday, and you might see a cheeky one up there, which will be December.
Which hasn't been discussed much.
No.
It hasn't been kind of teased.
No, it hasn't. And it's, do you know what? It's one of those things, from the moment we did the Mirage coin set, and people knew that Craig was looking back on some of his older releases, this is the one that we've mostly had more emails on than anything. This one thing, but it's back and it's better than it ever was before.
Nice.
Sean Mann, just watched Chris Wood's Academy the other day. Can you get Chris back at some day? Such a great academy. Chris is a genius. I'd love to get him back. I'll see what I can do for next year. Darren Bain said, when is Stitch by Titanus likely to be coming back? I think it's soon, I heard. Might be mistaken, but I think it is soon. Darren, have a look behind me. I want to talk about this because this came in today. Now, this is seriously clever. You want to see it?
Yeah. We've been talking about this. I'm just going to quickly get rid of something off my screen. We've been talking about this one, haven't we?
We certainly have. Shall I put the trailer on?
Yeah, play the trailer.
Okie dokes. Let's have a look at this.
This trick is unbelievable. The first thing I feel was the impossibility when Joao and Victor showed me and fooled me with the trick. And the second was the admiration when they explained me the secrets. This is an unbelievable trick that you need to use.
Welcome to New Wave, a trick with a never before seen secret. I joined forces with Victor Sanz to bring you an absolute worker. In this trick, any card value from ace to king is named. After that, 4 cards are cleanly removed from a wallet, and the one the spectator named is face up. For the big finish, you show that this card has a different pack design to the others, which are all blank. With New Wave, the cards are in full view as soon as you open the wallet, and they are always removed from the same place. Now let's watch a full performance of New Wave by Victor Sanz.
Can I trust you?
Sure.
I'm gonna give you my wallet.
Okay.
Put your hand like this.
Okay.
Don't run, please. Do you know the deck of cards? I want you to name any value.
Okay. So can be the 7?
The 7 could be an option.
Yeah.
Do you want the 7?
Yes, 7.
Okay. Let me show you what I have here, okay? Here in my wallet, well, I keep some money as usual, okay? I have my credit cards,
Okay.
you know? But this is the thing that is interesting. What do
Okay.
you think is this? What do you think is
I
this?
think it's my number of the card.
That would be a miracle. It's not possible. Do you
Okay.
think could be a cool trick, right?
So maybe like
It's,
a
it's,
6?
it's 4 cards, okay? There are 4
Okay.
cards, nothing in my hands.
Okay.
And let's pretend that they are the 4 sevens.
Okay, 4 7s. Okay.
I'm going to remove one of the 2 sevens.
Okay.
The black ones or the red ones. Which one do you want?
The red ones.
The red ones. Put your hand like this. This is the 7 of hearts,
Okay.
like this. 7 of hearts, and this is the 7 of diamonds.
Okay.
You have to choose which 7 you want, the hearts of diamonds.
The hearts.
Do you want the hearts?
Yes.
Okay, you don't like the diamonds. What's? I know it. I know it. What's? The 7 of hearts is the only card here that is face up. Two of hearts. Because it's the only card here that is face up. And it's the king of hearts. But I was so sure that you are going to pick the 7 of hearts. The rest of the cards are blue, but this one is the only one that is red, and it's from another deck. What? All cards are blue, and this one is even from another deck. So I was so sure that you are going to pick it, but the 2 of hearts is the only one that is red, and it's from another deck. And because I was so sure, put your hand like this, there is no more 7s here, because it's only the 7 of hearts. Put your hand like this. That's why those kings doesn't exist. Other choose. That's why it doesn't exist, and it's no more choose in this packet.
Okay, then well done.
It's great. Now, there's a few things that I think this is a good discussion here. But Ed, I've just seen your message. No, you can't. Don't ask for your download code in the YouTube chat. Do it on the chat on the website. And then we can give it to you there. Magic Man says, a bit torn on New Wave. Seems like a Brainwave deck achieves a very similar effect, but is much cheaper. Now, you are right. A Brainwave deck does give you sort of the same effect, but you can't look past the fact that this is one card. In their mind, there's no way you can manipulate it. With a deck of cards, you've got 52 cards that maybe somehow you could have done something with. With this, the only card that exists is the card they name. So even though the effect is similar, it is different, and significantly different, because there's only one card that exists.
Yeah. There's no way you've done any kind of sleight of hand to do anything, whereas with a deck of cards, they could assume, well, I've seen what you can do with the cards, so you've done something that I don't know about. With that, it's only, it's like me going, there's one card stuck to the back of my phone, and it's your card. There's no way I could have 52 different cards there to choose from.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the same, if you were to look at, an effect like Blizzard, let's say. So Blizzard, for those of you that don't know it, by the late great Dean Deal, the effect is I would ask Wayne to name any playing cards. So Wayne would say whatever, 7 of hearts. I would go through the deck and say, look, I'll take out the 7 of hearts. Let's take out the 7 of clubs. We'll go for the 7 of spades. We'll go for the 7 of diamonds. Now, Wayne, I'm going to mix these cards up. Just touch any 2 for me. Okay, now lift your hand up. Okay, so you want this card. You were thinking of the 7 of hearts, right?
Yeah.
Turn it over. Boom, 7 of hearts. Now we turn over the other 3 cards. They're all blank, and now the rest of the rest of the deck is blank as well. So if you look at that as a routine, and then say, but you could do the same routine with a normal deck, still have them find the card they've named, but the other cards are the other 3 7s and the other deck is complete. It's the same sort of effect, but you haven't got that extra added bit of the blank deck's the bit that's going to blow their mind. And with this, the bit that's so strong, if you think how strong B-Wave is, or Twisted Sisters, that's super strong. But right at the beginning of the trick, I'm telling you, I want you to imagine these are the 4 queens. What if I asked you to imagine they were any 4 of a kind? I mean, that's now a different level. So I totally understand what you mean, but I do think there's a significant difference from going Brainwave or going this. Even though the effect, different coloured back, only one in the pack, and everything else, even though it's a similar sort of effect, I think it is different significantly. Now, obviously, because of what's going on in this, that's where the price comes into it. It's actually a very clever method, very clever. Yeah, so that's where the price comes into it. Oh, Roy Smith said someone's hijacked our name. How interesting.
Well, is that on Facebook?
Yeah, he said he's going to get us the link. Had the screen. Chris, we have the euros. I'm not sure if we've got the receipts in at the moment, but it's on the website. If you place it, we'll get the receipt version in for you. Personally, I think if I was going to do it, I would use the dollar, I think, because I would just say, oh, I've got £20. Oh, and I've got a lucky dollar, which I always carry with me, you know. So I think the dollar rather than the receipt for me, but obviously some people would prefer the receipts. We've got them in euros. Unfortunately, it's not available in sterling. But I think dollars always, whenever I can go for dollars, I always do, because I feel you can build a good story around it with dollars just by saying I've got a lucky dollar or a lucky $10 or whatever it is. I think it's pretty good. So, Wayne, what's been happening with you?
Just normal, busy working. I've written a book.
You've written a book?
Yeah, have you got your shameless plug little symbol?
What's the book about, Wayne?
That looks so set up. Like, we did not arrange that. I thought
No, I did. I had it up here.
That's great. Well, it's a little book.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, hello. It's called Fearless, or Fearless. Bring up here, and it's all about building your confidence and building self-belief and self-confidence, and just those little things that are holding you back and maybe stopping you from pushing yourself forward a little bit more, or you know, if you struggle with, there's a great chapter in here on performance anxiety or stage fright. Yeah, it's just a. I mean, the feedback I'm getting from it is amazing, and on my website, I've just had a 5-star review come in from Bob Dilworth, who actually has read the book because he helped me proofread it. And he just given it a great review, and he just bought a copy as well, which is very kind of him. But yeah, it's I'm very excited about it, and a couple of people have said they think it might be the best book I've written out of all of them. So that's a big statement to make. I just write what I write, and hopefully people like it. But yeah, it covers all aspects of confidence. How to reframe yourself if something happens and throws you off your guard, how to look at the audience in front of you and not be put off by what you're seeing, how to have confidence in what you're doing and in the abilities that you have. And I'm very pleased with that. So it's officially out on 31st of January, but I'm doing pre-orders until the 10th of December. Any orders made before then will go out at the 10th of December. But any orders after the pre-order date ends will go out on the 31st of January.
Okay, I did remove the plug, but it had to come back on as soon as. But you sent me a copy before it was finished, and it was great. What I read was really, really good. And I will say as well, everyone that I know that watches you perform always says the same thing. Why? They always say, like if you look at Harry, the first time he really saw you perform was at our Christmas party last year.
Staff party, not the one online.
Yeah, the staff party. And he was like, Wayne is just a machine gun. It's like boom, 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 boom. And it's great to see. And Andy sort of made the same comment after the new
Shindig.
Yeah, the Shindig. He said, seeing Wayne on stage, and it's the way you handle the crowd. You've always got an answer. Nothing throws you off. It's but that is confidence. It's confidence and like flight time.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's being up there doing it. You did the House of Illusion for how many years?
I think it's like 5 years, 6 years.
Yeah. I mean that was constant, and then you were doing.
I mean that was the lesser part of it. When I was in Spain, I was doing 5 shows a night. including 2 House of Illusion shows. And then I did 5 years on the cruise ships before that. And that's really the sum of everything is in here. And I must say, this is another shameless plug. I was wondering who I could get to write the foreword for this.
Yes.
And I wanted somebody. So the people who proofread it, most of the people who proofread it, weren't people who I would normally turn to proofread stuff. My normal inner circle. I wanted people who maybe suffered with some of the things that are inside the book, and maybe had some issues with self-confidence, or they weren't 100% on it. And the feedback has been astonishing. And I wanted someone who would necessarily be someone who's had to face extremes of confidence to have to be where they are. And I thought, really, I want someone who, let's be honest with you, standing up on a West End stage or running a show for Derren Brown takes confidence, and somebody who can control their confidence, which is why I turned to, and he very kindly did it, and I got Simon Lipkin to write the foreword for it, which I was absolutely over the moon and so, honoured to have his name attached to the book and have him write the foreword. So a foreword by Simon Lipkin. All my stuff afterwards. Okay. Roy Smith has just messaged me. Okay, I do know that company. You'll know them too. We'll have a chat about it afterwards.
Okie dokes.
They're known for doing things like this.
I think I know what you're going to say.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, very pleased. So if anybody's interested, all pre-orders will go out on the 10th of December, so they're in time for Christmas. And if not, it'll be the 31st of January. All my books published on the 31st of January because it's Charlie's birthday.
That's really good. Well, guys, if you want to pick yourself up a copy, it's well worth a read. If you want to start going out there performing, or even if you just want to build up the courage to go out there and be able to perform when you're in the pub with your mates, it's just really worth having a read through.
I am very proud of it. Maxim's Primer, my last book, I'm proud of all of them, but I really put my heart into that book. And then when people kept saying about doing this one, and this book has been, I've got 3 books I'm writing at the moment, including this one. I've got 2 more that I'm working on, and they're all at least 8 years worth of writing in them so far. But I write loads of stuff and then I put it in a folder and I leave it for a year or whatever, and I go back and ditch most of it because it's rubbish what I wrote. The next one I'm doing on comedy is, and the one I'm doing on working for people with additional needs. They're all very close to my heart subjects, and I spend years writing them. But I am very, very proud of this one, and I hope that this one. I wrote the restaurant book because I wanted people to get out there and start working in restaurants. I wrote the wedding book because people wanted to follow up to the restaurant book. The heckler book was always a big passion of mine. The compare book, people asked for it, but this is the one that more people have asked me about than anything else, and more people have said that they would get something from it. And it's not relevant, not just relevant to magicians; it's relevant to everybody.
Yeah.
So if there's techniques and concepts and thoughts and psychology in this book that will help you regardless of what you're doing, performing or not. So yeah. No, that's cool. So I had a couple of questions come in about New Wave.
It was Ian Raymond Walker said, the New Wave blurb says DIY work is required. How much? There's not a lot. It will take, I would say, to do it correctly, it's going to take you 15 minutes. It's a little bit of sticking, but everything you need is provided within here. So it's a couple of bits of folding and sticking, and once it's done, it's done. So I would say probably about a 15 minute setup. Why they didn't do it, I don't know. But you know, it is what it is. It's a one-time setup, and it will take you about 15 minutes, I reckon. Won't take you long. So yeah, and once you're done, you're done. So that is New Wave. Now these are in stock. We've got euros and dollars in stock. If you do want the receipt version, that's available on our website. Order it and we'll get it in for you. The other thing that's come back in stock, and I know a lot of people have been waiting for this, is the Lucky Key, but the close-up version. They are now back in stock, and they should be on the website. And there's another item that's just come back into stock.
I was literally about to say, I got an email earlier saying that another item was in stock.
Yeah, shall we have a look at the trailer?
Yeah, this is one of my favourites.
Let's have a look.
A few years ago, I released a download called Color Sticks, which reignited magicians' interest in the classic hot rod effect. Now, I'm releasing my full work on this amazing yet totally underrated prop. Sticks is the most comprehensive project on the hot rod ever released. And for the first time, I'll be sharing tricks, tips, and moves that I've kept close to the chest for many years. We have a spectrum of different colors, some of which you can see, some of which you can't. Of course, it depends on whether or not you're willing to look at all.
Here's the thing, we have the mirror dimension here, which sounds ridiculous, but watch, if I come over here and I snap my fingers, as I take this over here, in the mirror image on the screen, it looks blue. Now it's not. It looks blue on both sides there. It's color. You're freaking out. Look, we can actually make, that's a different dimension. We can actually make that dimension and this dimension change. I know. Check that out. Now we've got the colourful one there. We've got the blue one there. We do have to put things back to normal, which looks a little bit like that. Now that's kind of weird, right? What you're seeing here is an optical illusion. This is not real. All you have to do is watch carefully. I'm going to put the blue one in this hand. The multicolored one goes here. All you have to do is tell me where's the multicolored one. So you missed the switch. That's fine. I know it's you missed the switch. I'll do it again. But this time I'll let you see it happen. You see the two sticks. If I reach in and take out the multicolored one, you know it's there, right? Where is it? It's right there. You can see it. But if I bring it over into this hand for a second, it turns blue, and now the multicolored one's here. Am I the only one confused by this, or are you guys? Yeah, I thought so. Like, I just don't get it. Would you like me to tell you how this works?
I'd love to know.
It's very simple. I'll make it all clear for you. You'll know how it works when you see this. Watch. I'm just going to make everything crystal clear.
That's right. I knew that's what he was going to
No,
do.
the weird thing is you can do that, and you can make it go back behind your ear. But don't worry about that one.
How many have I got behind me?
Just so many. So many.
In this project, you will be receiving a custom-made collection of hot rods that will allow you to do incredible visual magic, the kind of things you've never performed before. I'm Eric Stevens, and this is Sticks.
So Sticks is back in stock. That's actually been out of stock for a good couple of months, but they are back. So if you want a set of sticks, and it's a great project to learn over Christmas as well. Really,
it's also
really
it's a great project. Even if you've got your own paddles that you want to use and do stuff with, some of the techniques he teaches on there, I've never seen anywhere before. And just for the instructional video is worth the price of the whole. And you get, how many sticks do you get with it?
5, I believe.
I think so. And there's a lot in there anyway. So yeah, it's a beautiful little project and a beautiful little set, and something that I think it's one of those things as well. I think every magician should do some sort of thing with that technique. Well worth learning, and his additional moves, yeah, well worth the the whole package. Just so much worth it. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm babbling now, aren't I? I use that move. I use the move with a Sharpie. I've got a Sharpie that's blank on one side and Sharpie on the other, and I do it all the time. And I make the Sharpie logo disappear.
Yeah.
And just something as simple as that, and learning some of the techniques he teaches on there has really tightened up my handling of it for my own things. And it's just such a great instructional video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't recommend it enough.
There's a comment here about New Wave. And it says, New Wave trailer wasn't the best that I saw. Magician asked what's in my wallet. The woman said, it's my card number. The fact is, I think, once again, it's a good thing to point out. In my opinion, I would never ask that question because there's only ever going to be one answer. If I say to you, name a card, and you say 7 of diamonds or whatever, and I go, oh, guess what card's in my wallet? You're going to go, oh, 7 of diamonds. That's the answer. You're not going to say Jack of spades. You're not going to say anything else. You don't say that. The way it should be performed is say, look, I've got some lucky cards in my wallet. In fact, I'll show you them in a minute. But first of all, I want you to think of a playing card. So just concentrate on the value of your card. Now remember, it could be anything. It could be an ace, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to king. What card do you visualise? You know, is just the value, it's a 7. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Let's take the cards out. Now, if I was to hand you all 4 7s, which ones are you going to take? Or if I've got all 4 7s, you're going to take the red or blue, and you move down that route. So now you're not, if you ask someone that question, if you're doing card to wallet, and you say, oh, guess what's in my wallet? Someone's going to say, my card.
Yeah.
That's it. I can
Because
totally get his point.
There's no other answer for that question.
No, there's only one answer for that question, which is the card you've just said. But I think that's a really good. It's a really good point, and I think that's a really good lesson for everyone performing as well. Is think about what you're asking, because some of the questions, there's only really one possible answer that makes sense, and even if they say it, it's still impossible in their mind, but there's still only one answer.
In some ways, by doing it like that, they're ruining the end of their own effect.
Yeah,
because you're kind of telling them what's about to happen. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's telling them what's about to happen before they get a chance to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you're not being punched in the face. You're punching yourself in the face there.
Yeah.
You know, it's you're going against yourself, and exactly as Navy Nige just put there, ruined the effect.
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, it's, and that might have been, to be fair, that could have been a language barrier as well. Sort of, I take it as Victor's second language, and you know, but it's something that you do sort of learn when you're performing. Because sometimes there are, and it's a really good point, Nige, as well, to bring up, because it's something that we seldom think about, things like that. But
not until you do it, and it comes back to bite you.
Yeah, and there have been, you know, believe you me, there's been times that I've been out performing and I've performed a trick and I've said something, and afterwards I went, what on earth did I say that for? I just ruined the whole impact. But you never do it again. When you know, if you do it, you never do it again, because you realise, and you realise pretty quickly, I shouldn't have said that. You know, we've all done that thing. It's like when you're performing Chicago opener. If you were to turn around and say, oh, guess what that red card is now? They're going to go, it's my card. Whereas you allow it to sink in by going, oh, it should be a red card. Oh, hang on a minute, there's a red card. And then they're going, oh, no. Whereas if you go, that's going to be your card or whatever it is, that, you know, you are ruining it. It's a really good point. Really good point. And I totally agree, because I saw that in the trailer as well, and I thought, oh, I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said that.
But like all things, it's easy in hindsight to look at it like that, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
You should be. It's one of those things you should be aware of. You know,
But
you should be thinking about.
You do become aware of it when you're performing, and I've got no doubt almost everyone that's watching this will have a situation where they do a trick and they've been practicing it for so long, and then they'll say something, and afterwards they go, oh, why did I say that? You know? It is just one of those things. But it's a really good point, because it's something that we seldom think about as performers. But it's something that does need thinking about. Because when you're asking a question like that, there is only one answer. And that's the answer you don't want to hear as a magician. But you can see she was still surprised at the end of it, but it's just not a good thing to hear back. But once again, to me, that still doesn't take away from what it is. There was another question here as well, saying how durable are the notes? The notes are durable. You're not really doing anything to them, so they should last a very long time, if not a lifetime. You know, you're not really, they're not out in play for much or anything else, so they should last. Pardon me?
They're not being handled by the spectator.
No. Yeah. No, but it's if you like what the trick is, I think it's a very clever, ingenious method for it. Really is, and it does do the job. And we're going to try and make up a set if we have time. It's really busy in the shop at the moment, but we're going to try and make one up and maybe perform it on this Sunday's review show. So make sure you check that out. Yeah.
Oh, can I just quickly say as well? I know we're running out of time, but on last no, it's not a shameless plug for me. On last week's review show, you reviewed something, and I haven't actually got around to watch it. I've watched half the review show so far. I watched it this morning because I've been so busy working and stuff. But there was one trick on there that you talked to me about yesterday, and I had a look at the trailer and I bought it straight away. And if you haven't seen it, you should definitely check out. Is it Unbroken or Unbreakable?
Unbroken.
Unbroken by Tenyo.
Yeah.
What a beautiful little illusion. You take a glass mirror, you cover it with a little bag to protect it, you smash it, you show it smashed, and then you gently rub it and restore it. I've already come up with an idea for this, which I'm going to film and put on the product discussion page, so I'll stick that up on there once I've got it. But I ordered it straight away. My people was talking to me about it. I said, I've just ordered that. So I should have that in a couple of days. I'm going to have a little play with it. But I love the idea and the concept of it, and I think it's got some great potential. For what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of using it in a specific way. I think it's got some great potential, and you should definitely check it out. It's Unbroken by Tenyo.
I mean, we were discussing it yesterday, and to me, I don't see it as a standalone sort of effect. It's pretty weird to just bring out a mirror, say I'm going to smash it now, I'm going to heal it. But if you've got a story based around it, or even someone like Jamie Dawes with the darker stories, it's great. I mean, it looks very, very good as an illusion. It looks good, and I did say this on the review show. The reset takes a bit of time. It's not the easiest reset in the world. We know Tenyo, it's usually a click of a button and you're done. It isn't that. It does take a bit longer. But when I was discussing it with Wayne, and Wayne was going, I've got an idea where I could use this. If you're going to use it once a night in a parlour or a stage show, then I think it's perfect. It's certainly not something you're going to do around tables because you're not going to be able to reset it quick enough to go round tables. But if you're doing a parlour thing, or if you're doing
well, I'll say my idea for it. My idea for it was I do go into schools and talk about anti-bullying and do an anti-bullying thing. And in primary schools especially, anti-bullying isn't necessarily anti-bullying. A lot of it is acceptance and friendship. So if you see somebody sat on their own, go and invite them to play with you. If you see someone who never gets invited to play games with everybody else, go and invite them to join your little group and play the game that you're playing. And it's all about acceptance. And I really like the idea of teaching children about because everybody does the old squeeze the toothpaste out of the pot, get it back in there. You can't. So once you've said something, you can't take it back, which is rubbish in a lot of ways. It's a nice metaphor, but it doesn't really work. And I like the idea of saying, like, you know, when I was younger, I'd get angry, maybe smash something. And now, you know, with a few kind words, these sort of things can, you know, so if you see somebody upset, give them some kind words and take away the cracks of their soul, or whatever, however I'm going to word it. You know, they might feel broken inside, but if you go over and show some love and care and compassion and patience, then look what can happen. And now that person's whole again, and it's beautiful again. You know, it's there's definitely something there. Until I get it and actually play with it, the script isn't there, but there's definitely something there that can be done with that. And I think
and it is. And the nice thing is as well, because it starts off unbroken, then it's broken. So you could, especially with kids, you know, someone starting a new school, it could be, you know, if you see someone, if they're starting a new school in their old school, they were like this, they enjoyed themselves, they had all their friends, but now they're in a new school. So they're not going to be as, you know, they're a little bit broken. They don't know anyone, this and the other. But if you go up, you make friends, then you can bring them back to their glory.
And especially with kids, the visual aspect, they learn more from that being blah 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 all day. If they can visualize it, then they take it in more. It's easier to accept and understand. And I think the mirrors are really, I think it's beautiful. I literally cannot wait to get my hands on it, because I've got so many great ideas for it. So check it out. It's on the site.
Nige says, is the Unbroken glass the same shape all the time? I'll be honest with you, I've got no idea if it's the same shape. It will be roughly the same shape. But he also said, thinking of doing it where people might see it more than once. It's not something that you're going to be repeating, not only because of what it is, but the reset takes a good couple of minutes. So it's not something that you're going to repeat over and over again. And like Wayne's saying,
not on the same night, at least, anyway.
No, that's it. And like Wayne's saying, his will be part of the show. He'll do it once in the show, and he'll reset when he's at home, ready for the next show. The reset will take a couple of minutes to reset it, and it's, I think if you were doing an evening of magic where you're doing like 5 15-minute sets or something like that, and you've got time to reset it in between, to be honest with you, I don't think anyone's going to remember the cracks.
The shape of the cracks.
Yeah, I think you may be worrying about a bit too much.
I've got something on my door. Hold on.
Oh, you go. I don't think people will remember, but like I said, if you're thinking about using it as a table hopping thing, I would say not. I think the reset's too long, but I do think it's a lovely little illusion. I still can't get my head around it, how it works. Harry did it in front of me. I know roughly what's going on, but I still don't know how it's working. It's very good.
My Christmas present arrived from my daughter.
Oh, that looks like a bottle of Jack Daniels.
That is exactly what it is. Hold on. I just want to check it. If there's no damage. Doesn't matter what it is.
It usually comes very well bubble wrapped, doesn't it? When they send it.
This one isn't. In fact, the box is a little bit open. Oh. You watch me drop it and smash it now. I'm not sure my 15-year-old daughter's. I'm not sure my 15-year-old daughter's old enough to buy Jack Daniels, but thank you, Charlie.
A nice bottle of Gentleman. Very
Yep.
nice indeed.
That's going to go in the cupboard for. Well, I'm going to wrap it up, and that's my Christmas present for my daughter. Lovely.
Right, so Wayne, that brings us to the end of this week's live.
That's gone really quick.
It has gone quick, but we are saying that on the 17th of December, is it? We've got the online Alakazam Christmas party.
Let me just check that, because we've been saying the wrong date, haven't we?
Yeah, and I will say, I've just realised that I'm having eye surgery on the 14th. So I might have this big old thing over my eye.
You won't be able to see how much the rest of us are drinking.
Yeah, or how much you're giving away.
Oh, no, that's it. Yes, sorry, that's the 17th, yes. Are you having it on the 14th?
Yeah.
It's our Christmas party on the 13th.
Yeah. I'm not
drink?
going to be down in as much wine as I did last year.
That was nice wine, though, that was.
It was good wine.
That was good.
I'll have one or two with you.
You know, this is more for us than anybody else, but when Jenny messaged and said the selections for where he might have the staff Christmas party, I was all for that one just because of that wine. It was a good venue as well. It was a great venue.
It was.
17th of December, which is a Tuesday night. So will we have the live in the afternoon?
I'm not sure. Maybe. We'll have to see. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So I'm gonna come down. I can't come down the night before, but I will come down. Well, maybe I can. I'll be in the shop all day anyway, and then we'll make that.
You said you've got to go home early though on the Tuesday, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you're going to miss Santa again.
I am. Well, I've got a gig, but it's nearby to the shop, so I might be able to get back for the very end and see him before he goes. But every time that happens,
he's gone.
He's just like literally. Jenny said last year he'd just left.
It was one out, one in.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't see him. Maybe he went from the roof.
Yeah,
I don't know. But we should also add that nothing confirmed really, but we may have maybe some special guests on the Christmas party.
We may do. Who knows? Who knows? But there's going to be a lot of merriment. And
maybe Pirate Pete with his patch.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. And I think best case scenario, I'm just going to have a really bloodshot eye, aren't I?
You're going to look like you had a really good Christmas party the week before. What are you having done to your eye?
I have to have my cataracts done in this eye.
Oh, God.
I'm going to try and actually have it in both, because I'm going to eventually need it in both.
So I've got a month to come up with as many eye jokes.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. I did hear, before we go, when we finish this, go to www.conjunctivitis.com. That's a site for sore eyes.
Oh my God. So, like I was saying, my next book's about comedy, and I'm going to make sure Pete gets a copy of it. Make sure he reads every chapter of that one. That's bad.
Right. Okay. We've got to go. I'm going to leave you with the trailer for Unlimited again. If you haven't joined Unlimited, what are you waiting for? £4.99 a month. It will be the best investment you will make in your magic ever. Period. So anyway, thank you, Wayne, and thank you everyone for watching. We'll see you next Tuesday or Friday for our mega deals. Make sure you download the Alakazam app on the App Store and Google Play. We'll see you on Friday.
See you later.
Do you want to become a magician? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Alakazam Unlimited. Alakazam Unlimited is literally the Netflix for magicians. You learn loads of tricks on there and they are so good. Let me show you exactly what you learn. On Alakazam Unlimited, you learn tricks for beginners. Check this out. Tricks that if you've never done a magic trick before, it's not a problem because they are so easy to perform. We teach you card tricks on there, but not card tricks that you would have seen your granddad or your uncle perform. I'm talking professional level card tricks. We're going to teach you coin tricks. So if you're down the pub and your mate hands you some change, you can do tricks with their coins. Not only that, we also teach you how to read minds. Mind reading has blown people away forever, and you can harness that power. Build confidence. Magic is great for building confidence, whether you're 5 or 105. Magic is the perfect confidence builder. It gets you out around people having fun. It could even be a new career. You never know that. It's a great side hustle as well. If you perform at events, weddings, corporate events, or just at your local restaurant, you can get extra money for performing magic. You can even impress your grandkids. So many people come into the shop and they want to be that magic granddad. They want to have that extra something, a little bit of time they can spend with their grandkids or their children. Magic is the perfect hobby for that, and we teach you tricks that are great for that. Also, win free drinks. Honestly, I've lost count the amount of free drinks I've won just from being able to do a couple of tricks. Not only that, the great thing of Unlimited is get off, you can cancel anytime, there you go. You haven't got to sign up for like a year, anything like that. You can cancel anytime. It's a monthly contract. Not only that, 7-day free trial, and the price of it, drum roll please, £4.99 per month. Less than £5 a month, you get access to over 200 magic tricks taught by professional magicians, okay? Unreal magic tricks of all skill levels, of all abilities. You can cancel any times. It's £4.99 a month, and like I said, there's tricks on there for every single one of you. So if you want to become a magician, if you want to learn one trick, if you want to just impress your friends, your colleagues, your pub mates, check out Alakazam Unlimited right now, alakazam.co.uk, or click the link below. You will not regret it, trust me. It'll be the best £5 a month you ever spent. It's literally less than a pint. Unbelievable.